Hey everyone, Jangro here. Welcome back to my Craftoria world, where we're going into many of the mods in this amazing mod pack. As you can see behind me, I've added some more floors to my base and an elevator. And today we're diving into the Theurgy mod that unlocks alchemical ways to improve your resource production. Theurgy does three main things: divination to locate ores, multiplying those ores, and transforming common items into rare ones. We'll be focusing on the first two in this video, making it easy to find ores like diamond and netherite and multiplying them. Stick around to see how you can get 4x on diamonds, netherite, and even more on other ores. Before we start with a quick montage on how I got here between episodes, please give me a few seconds to thank our sponsor, Apex Hosting. If you're dealing with the hassle of self-hosting or want to avoid it entirely, Apex Hosting is a great solution. With always-on servers, easy one-click mod pack installs, and reliable 24/7 support, you can have your Minecraft server up and running in less than 5 minutes. If you check it out, be sure to use my link, django.com/apex. That supports the channel. Thanks for your support. Now let's dive into the Theurgy mod. Let's start with a quick montage of how I got ready for this episode. Yeah, so during that montage, I dug out more of our silo. I added a couple floors. I added some elevator blocks. No more stairs for us. These elevator blocks are easy to make. Got some ender pearls from that trip into the nether, as you saw. And I have an elevator block on each floor. Colored wool, ender pearls, and shift or jump on the elevator blocks to go up and down. Purple glass floor here, kind of match the mechanism stuff. I did grab some amethyst. And here's the mystery for today. Help me out in the comments. If I put an annihilation plane on here, it breaks that because it's got a place to go here. And they go into that oak drawer. But it's not letting the amethyst cluster grow. It's breaking it right away on its kind of small version. See it here. So they grow fast. We don't need a ton of amethyst, but it's kind of weird to me that it's breaking the small amethyst buds as soon as they appear. There's no place for those to go, so they're just disappearing. I'm not sure if that's a thing with annihilation planes and amethyst buds. Let me know in the comments if you have a solution to allow these clusters to grow with an annihilation plane. Appreciate it. We're going to get set up on the red floor down here with Theurgy, which is a really cool mod that allows us to basically make the most of our resources. There's three things that it does, as I mentioned in the intro. It allows us to kind of divine ores. And that's why I got the netherite. There are these divination rods, and I'm going straight toward the netherite one. Got a few ancient debris from that trip into the nether, amethyst shards, and a blaze rod. And let's make a netherite divination rod and see how this thing works. There's lots of different rods that you can attune to different types of ores and different ores specifically. This one allows us to tune it to specific things like this ancient debris. So if I shift right click on this ancient debris, it's now attuned to the ancient debris. And now if I hold down the right mouse button with it, without torches in my hand, I'm holding it down till it finds it. That used up a little bit of durability on that. Now if I just right click it, it sends kind of a light orb toward that. I can reset it and reset it to diamond. Now let's go down to bedrock and find some of this diamond thanks to this. So here we are down here. Now if I hold down, right click, and there we go. We've got some diamond apparently right here. There it is. And checking in the backpack, look at that. We've got 8 diamond ore. Now we can do this with just about any ores that we're looking for. Let's give it another shot over here. There it is. That's amazing. And imagine we can use that for netherite. That's really cool. Now let's head up and do some stuff with this ore. We can get 4 times diamond. You take a look in EMI, right click on deep slate diamond. You can see here with liquefaction, we get 4 of these diamond alchemic sulfurs just from 1 diamond ore and a little bit of sal ammoniac. And we can turn these 4 diamonds in the incubation into, each of those turns into 1 diamond with some salt and mercury and that sulfur. We can make a diamond. So that diamond ore becomes 4 diamonds. Likewise with netherite, ancient debris rather, with liquefaction, we can turn an ancient debris into 1 netherite sulfur. In case you think that's 1 to 1, it's not, because normally ancient debris becomes netherite scrap. And best we can do is double it, I think, in this pack. Or maybe triple it. Dirty netherite scrap through mechanism. We can then turn each of those. So we can triple it with mechanism, but we can quadruple it, because then we need to take those netherite scraps, 4 of those and 4 gold, and turn those into netherite. But with this right here, we can, in incubation, just make a single netherite ingot out of a single netherite sulfur. And it doesn't even take any gold. All right, let's talk quickly about what we need to make for this. Everything is really easy to make. You get this book for free from the quest book, but you can make it with sand and a book. We're going to need a sal ammoniac accumulator, which pulls sal ammoniac out of water and stores it in a sal ammoniac tank. You can see these things are very cheap. Iron and copper, stone, basically all we need for this. Brazier, we need a brazier under most of these machines. A liquefaction cauldron, copper and iron. Calcination oven, copper and iron. Mercury distiller, incubator, some gold. And then these mercury vessels, mercury, salt, and sulfur. They need mercury, salt, and a sulfur to craft them. So we can't craft those quite yet. We'll do that after we get these other machines going. Now the goal here is to create a diamond alchemical sulfur. We're going to get 4 of those out of 1 diamond ore. And that's how we're going to quadruple diamond. And again, from this in the incubator with a mercury shard, 1 alchemical sulfur, diamond in this case, and the right kind of salt. We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll get 1 diamond. Okay, I'm going to craft these things and we'll get them all set up. Okay, I just crafted these things and I am going to get some quest rewards here, although most of the things are blocked behind the incubator and these vessels. And I can't make these vessels until I start in on some of these earlier machines. Questbook is kind of backwards. So I need to make some of these things before I can get these quests. So let's head down. We're going to do this right here. Let's make some space. You can see here, there's some sal ammoniac ore. I'm going to break some of this with a pickaxe so I get the sal ammoniac crystals. And that's good. These are going to be useful. Okay, let's set this thing up right here. I'm going to do a little bit with mechanism to move some fluids around right off the bat. So I'm going to put these mechanical pipes down, and we're going to put the tank on top of that. And on top of the sal ammoniac tank, I'm going to put this sal ammoniac accumulator like that. And now this needs water in it. So if I just go upstairs and grab a couple of buckets of water, and if we put water into the accumulator, creates just out of the water, all water apparently has sal ammoniac in it, distills it into this tank right here. If we just keep filling this up with the water, it's going to slowly use up that water and create more sal ammoniac. We can speed this process up by putting crystals in here as well, and that's going to make it go faster. But the crystals are not necessary. We can pull the sal ammoniac out with a bucket, or we can pull it out with pipes, and I'm going to put it in a tank. But I'll do everything first, just only with Theurgy mechanics. All these machines are interesting. You right-click on them to put things in and out. They don't open. If I right-click on this with bucket, I now have a bucket of sal ammoniac. All right, spread this out a little bit. We'll put a brazier down here. And on top of this, we're going to put the calcination oven. We'll put a brazier right here. And on top of this, we'll put the mercury distiller. And over here, we'll put the incubator. The incubator requires some other items that we can't craft yet. Oh, I forgot to make a liquefaction cauldron. Let's go make that quickly. All right, let's put the liquefaction cauldron right here. That is also going to go on top of a brazier. And we'll put the incubator over here. Now the calcination oven is used to make salts. So if we look at the recipe using this alchemical sulfur, right clicking in the incubator, it uses mercury shards, alchemical salt, and alchemical sulfur in the incubator. And we put these things in 3 devices that go around the incubator over there. And there are different types of salts. You need a mineral salt to make mineral. Diamond is a mineral. We can get plant salts, mob salts. So let's grab some coal. And coal is a mineral. If we just put 1 coal in here, you can see in the tooltip up top, there's 1 coal in here. Let's put 1 coal into the brazier. It now activates the oven, and the oven is going to turn that coal into 2 alchemical salts, mineral salts. We take those out by right clicking, and now we have these 2 salts. If we put something else in there, like stone, for example, didn't mean to put 56 in. I can take it all out by right clicking. So now it's giving me strata alchemical salt. I can right click and take out the stone as well. So now I've got this strata salt and I've got this mineral salt. We can turn strata salt into mineral salt by putting, I think, 2 of these in here. And I think those will turn into mineral salt. 5 of them will. So if I put 1 more in there, which I don't have, it would turn the strata cheaper salt into the more expensive mineral salt. So we can transform essentially salts into different types of salts. Over here is the mercury distiller, and we can put all kinds of things in here to get mercury. I think the best thing for us to use for that is sugarcane. So if I take a stack of sugarcane and put that in here, and again, we need some coal. I'm just putting a little bit of coal in at a time so I don't use it all up. And so now this one activates, and it's going to turn our sugarcane into mercury. Now we can feed these things with hoppers, and we can also use import and export buses from applied energistics, logistical transporters from Mechanism, and we can use pipes from Mechanism as well. So we can start to automate this stuff. Okay, now the liquefaction cauldron, we put sal ammoniac in it, and then we can put in any types of ores, items. We can turn, any of the dozens of items, any of these sulfurs from their main ingredient. So if we have a copper ore, we can make alchemical sulfur for copper. If we have diamond ore, we can make alchemical sulfur for diamonds. And we'll get 4 actually. And let's do that right here. We'll put 1 diamond in here and put a coal in. It's going to turn this 1 deep slate diamond ore into 4 sulfurs. There we go. Now we've got 4 alchemical sulfurs for those diamonds. We can also put other things in here like this sal ammoniac ore. It just uses a little bit. And this time we get 6 sal ammoniac sulfurs from it. Okay, now we can craft the vessels that go around the incubator because we needed a mercury for this one. We needed a salt for this one. We use one of our cheap strata salts for that. And we need a sulfur for this one. And we're using we got a copper one from somewhere, but let's use one of these sal ammoniac sulfurs. They're a bit cheaper. Now these 3 vessels go around the incubator. I don't think the incubator needs a brazier under it. I think it just works once we put these things in here. So if we put diamond in here, mineral salt, and a mercury. So we put the mercury into the mercury vessel. We put the mineral salt in the salt vessel. Then we put a diamond sulfur in the sulfur vessel. Okay, I think it needs a brazier. Put this under here. Add some coal. Put all the coal in here. I can take it out. Good. There. Now it smokes. And it's using up these. And it's done. I got a diamond. So now I can put these 3 more sulfurs in here. Well, I only have 2 mercury shards. Let's see. And just like that, we can turn all of these diamond sulfurs into diamonds. We need more mineral salts. Let's make a bunch of strata salt. Okay, now we take all this strata salt and put it back in here. It's going to turn 5 strata salts into 1 mineral salt. And I don't think we want to leave the coal in those. I think it burns. It'll just use it all up. So we still have 2 diamonds in here out of the mineral salt in here. And there we go. Now we've got 4 diamonds from the 1 diamond ore block that we used. Okay, there you go. We have found some ores with the divining rods, and we have multiplied ores with this very simple manual setup. We're going to automate this next time. And as a preview, the third thing we can do is transform cheap materials into more rare materials. For example, I think with 2,000 stone or cobblestone, we can make 1 diamond. And that's with another device that we haven't made yet. That's a transformation process. We can also replace these braziers with these mercury catalysts, which can wirelessly send the mercury power over to these devices. So we can replace these braziers with a more automated, much easier method. That's all for another video. I'm really looking forward to doing all the automation with this mod. It's going to be very cool. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I appreciate you.